हो ही नहीं रहा। ये 5 बजे हो लग रहा है ना।
लाइव हो गया
लाइव। Just now, half of petroleum.
Good evening for today's session. I'm still waiting for people to come in, and as soon as we get number of audiences, we would like to start up with today's topic, which is quite relevant in today's time and during this period of COVID. Although relationship is a topic which is something prevalent and there for many years, not from today, but from Yug Yug. So if the participants can say that, or can raise their hand or can just say, so I would like to know that who are the people who are attending today's session with the age, if that doesn't affect them, especially the ladies. And so I can see there are around 5 people who are viewing it. So probably if they can say hi from my end. My name is Shubhankar Chaudhary, a counselor and a life coach. Life coach by chance. Never thought that I will become a life coach. I've tried to coach people, but coaching people has been my habit, has been my passion, you can say. And in this passion, I developed an art of gauging what exactly people wants to know or wants to hear, and try to cultivate where the problem lies. And all the problem, whether it is subjective or which is organic in its nature, it all lies within us. Even when we talk about a subject like relationship, we try to give a name, we forget that name is not required to be given. But if we don't give a name, then we cannot attach the emotions to it. So, for example, if you're in marriage, you're married to somebody, so the relationship is of a marriage relationship. So, there's a relationship of friendship, there's a relationship of brothers and sisters, there's a relationship between parents and son. Similarly, there's a relationship between two people. But why do we say it's a relationship between giving the names? So, hi to everybody. I can see Gurmeet, I can see Ashish, Vishwajit, Dilmeet. Uh, so, primarily what I would like to say is that, with certain areas of dominance, we forget that what is the essence required in a relationship. So, something that we cherish and we cherish deep into our heart, it is love and to be loved. I don't think there would be anybody in this earth who would not like to be loved or to give love. But where the problem lies is that, do we actually know how to give? Or we are just trying to map our feelings and trying to drive that feeling to the opposite person. Now, in order to maintain a relationship, a good relationship, we need to understand there has to be an empathy. And we all understand that while correcting somebody, are we the right person to correct somebody? There are certain questions we need to ask ourselves to have a successful relationship. Is that number one, are we the correct person to correct the other person by giving a corrective feedback? Second, who am I to give a corrective feedback? Am I a friend? Am I a husband? Am I a wife? Am I a father or a mother or a brother or a sister? Or am I a relative? If we get the answer that yes, we fall into the category of whether relatives, parents, siblings, or husband and wife, then we really need to know that am I trying to resolve by giving that corrective feedback and solving my own some kind of a aggression which I had earlier with somebody, with you. Fourth, the time of giving a corrective feedback. Time is a very much essential factor. I give you an example. Now let me correlate. Try to understand. Now, those who are listening to me in today's session, after I complete, and then somebody jumps up and says, "Sir, I didn't like your session. It's my feedback to you." So, how would you perceive it? There would be kind of bitterness. But pause. If the same person would have given time of giving a corrective feedback, say after a day or two, then what would have happened? I would have been in a pause moment after giving the session. He would have also become poised, and then something good would have come back. So that's how we need to think about how we give a corrective feedback. We see that yes, by giving a corrective feedback, we are trying to correct the person, but by correcting the other person, we might lose or distance that person from their own feelings. Hi, Disha. Hi, Gurpreet. Secondly, what we need to understand is that in every relationship, the problem arises because of one particular thing. Can anybody give me that? What is that one problem? Every human being has that. So, what is that major problem? I consider this as a problem, but people consider this as a normal. What is that? Can anybody give a comment on it or can write what is one thing which creates the problem? वो हर चीज की जड़ वही है. अगर वो मिट जाए ना तो सब कुछ ठीक हो जाए. The misunderstanding also starts creeping from that. Any answer? Dilmeet or Disha or Gurmeet, if you can figure out what is that one problem. Oh wow! So Gurvinder Singh has stated expectation. Nicely. Understanding. Great. Anybody else? Expectations. I think so. We need to give a thumbs up for expectations. So expectations normal है. अब आप मेरे को एक चीज बताएं. You know, let us understand that all misunderstandings or hurt, this all comes up because of expectations. How? We need to understand this. The moment we understand this, everything will be at ease. I can't say that it will go away one night, but yes, it will be on ease. How? The example is very simple. Let me, pass it on to anybody. Akansha or Disha, Ashish, आपको खाना बनाना अच्छा लगता है? Do you like making food? अब मान लीजिए कि I go to your place and you cook food for me, and you had cooked wonderfully, and not only one dish, but you know you've cooked 5 dishes for me. Now the 5 dishes जो आपने बनाया, क्या वो मेरे कहने से बनाया आपने? नहीं, वो आपने इसलिए बनाया क्योंकि वो आपकी कैपेसिटी है. And being that your capacity, being you are passionate about cooking or serving people, so you created that 5 dishes for me to serve to me. वो आपके संस्कार है. Now, say after 3 days later, you come to my place, and you came around in the evening time, say around 6:37, and I say, चाय तो पी के ही आए होंगे आप, तो चाय तो बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है. And you see that कि टेबल में न खाने पीने का कोई नामो निशान नहीं है. And I didn't even serve a single food to you. Now what will happen? You expected that if I go to Shubhankar's place, at least he would have served me or would have asked me for a dinner or would have served me something. But nothing like that happened. So when you go back to your place, you would have felt hurt within because you expected a similar kind of treatment which you offered to me. Now, see, now try to correlate. After 2 weeks, I go back to your place. And this time, you who having a capacity of making 5 dishes or more than that, उस दिन वो आपको भी भारी पड़ेगा. वो भारी इसलिए पड़ेगा क्योंकि आपके दिमाग में वही चीज घूमेगी कि यार जब मैं गई थी या मैं गया था तब तो मुझे ट्रीटमेंट नहीं मिला था. Then what should I do? So what happens in this? हम एक करवाहट अंदर ले लेते हैं. So now, how do we finish that expectation? एक सिंपल सा सवाल फिर से आप लोगों से. क्या आपकी जो कैपेसिटी है ज्योति ब्रह्मचारी, क्या वो कैपेसिटी आपके मित्र के पास हो सकती है? क्या वो कैपेसिटी आपके हस्बैंड के पास हो सकती है इफ यू आर मैरिड? If you're not married, I wish you to get married. And or maybe, I don't know what's your age, so sorry. Or you have lots of boyfriends or friends. But can you expect कि जो कैपेसिटी आपकी है वो दूसरे पे भी होगी? ये एक्सपेक्टेशन गलत है. जो संस्कार मेरे हैं, क्या वो संस्कार किसी और के हो सकते हैं? ये सोचना गलत है. हाँ, ऐसा बिल्कुल सही हो सकता है कि यस, मेरे पास वो क्षमता होंगी जो शायद आप में ना हो. तो हमें अगर ये मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशंस को दूर करना है तो इसका एक सिंपल सा इलाज है. एंड व्हाट इज दैट मेडिसिन? एनी आइडिया व्हाट इज दैट मेडिसिन? हमें अपनी विशेषताएं यानी कि अच्छाई को कभी नहीं दबानी चाहिए. It needs to go on. We need to serve. We should not get rude or get boiled down that no, I'll forget my humbleness in this. Like, for example, I see that मेरे सामने वाले घर में कोई बीमार है, मैं उसको अस्पताल लेके गया, उसका ट्रीटमेंट कराया. अब सिमिलरली जब मेरे साथ ये गुजरा और वो सामने वाला नहीं आया, तो क्या मैं अपने संस्कार भूल जाऊंगा? क्या मैं किसी की हेल्प नहीं करूंगा? ये विचारधारा ही ऑल मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग की क्रिएशंस है. और ये जो हम कलयुग की बातें करते हैं, ये कलयुग किसने बनाया है? ये कलयुग किसने बनाया है? एनी आइडिया? विश्वजीत, एनी आइडिया? दिशा, एनी आइडिया? ये सब हम ही ने बनाया है. हमने कैसे बनाया? इट हैज बीन पास्ड ऑन. इट इज लाइक एन इन्फेक्शन. जैसे कोरोना है आज के डेट में, कोरोना बीइंग अ टॉपिक, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम यूजिंग द नेम. So supposedly if I am affected, if I pass on, if I don't listen to what government is saying, I'm just passing it off. So what happens कि जब मैं अपनी विशेषताएं या ट्रू ह्यूमंस, तो जब मैं अपनी विशेषताएं ये सोच के बंद कर देता हूँ कि यार अगले ने तो मेरे साथ ऐसा किया तो मैं क्यों करूँ. Now I give another example of punctuality. Normally you must have seen that when you go to a conferences or anybody's place you have been invited or for any show, you will see that there are different set of people. One set of people who will arrive much before time, say 5-10 minutes before the time. Then there is another set of people, you will see that they have arrived dot at that time. Then you will see another set of people who will arrive 10-15 minutes later. Now, tell me, what will you feel? कि वो पहले क्यों आया, या जो 9 बजे आया है, जो टाइम है 5 बजे का जो शेड्यूल टाइम है, वो सोचेगा मैं तो अपने टाइम में आया हूँ. 10:15 जो लेट आया वो कहेगा ये तो आम सी बात है, शुरू होते होते टाइम तो लगता ही है. तो ये जो एटीट्यूड है ये भी हमारे रिलेशनशिप में बहुत इफेक्ट करता है. सो वन हैज टू हैव एन एक्सेप्टेंस. और सबसे बड़ी बात आज की डेट में वो क्या है? वो है देयर इज वन सिंगल लेटर in our dictionary, in our alphabetic order. Can anybody say what is that one letter? It's a very can anybody think of that letter? One letter, a very criminal letter, if somebody can write it down. Okay, correct. I. Now, आज की डेट में सबके पास एक ही चीज होती है, वो है आईफोन, आईपैड. और ये आई जो है ना, सबसे ही गुनाह कराता है. Now you see a word. I'm giving that word. अगर मैं उसके आई को चेंज कर दूंगा तो वो वर्ड भी चेंज हो जाएगा. और दुनिया तो भूल जाए दुनिया को, आप खुद को बहुत बेहतर महसूस करेंगे. The word is everybody can write. The word is illness. If I replace illness का I with one another letter, can anybody say what is that letter? See, the answers will come from you, not from me. I am a facilitator. I can only coach. One letter, one letter. Anshwarva, one letter. Illness is the word, but I replace I with another letter. What is that letter? आप सब एक शीट में लिखिए वो वर्ड है इलनेस. और मैं इलनेस का आई हटा के एक और लेटर रिप्लेस करूंगा. वो लेटर कौन सा हो सकता है? यस, V. So if you use that, so illness will convert into what? Wellness. So now in a relationship, what we need to know is that it is not about you or I. It is about us. So when, you know, say the opposite person could be anybody. Could be your brother, could be your sister, could be your mother, could be your father, could be your husband, could be your wife, anybody. We should not throw our expectation on them. We should accept the goodness. We should try to find what is the goodness in them. हर एक के अंदर कुछ ना कुछ खराबियां निकलेंगी, होती हैं. After all, we are human beings, and every human being has certain kind of negatives, but they do also possess certain positives. We try to figure out the negatives and we forget the positives. Whereas we need to harness the positivity from that person and try to take that, imbibe within us, so that we can also enrich, enhance our thinking. You know, the word misunderstanding itself says, I do not understand. And so normally होता है ना, I don't understand you. Oh yes, you don't understand me, I don't understand you. The reason is why. Why don't we understand? Because one, either we are not able to make the other person understand because we are trying to make the other person understand through our mind, through our sanskars, through our capacity, not by their capacity. For example, you know, हर घर में बर्तनें होती हैं और बर्तन आवाज भी करती हैं। वो आवाज किस लिए करती हैं? क्योंकि वो इकट्ठे रहती हैं। अगर वो अलग रह जाए तो क्या वो आवाज करेंगी? नहीं करेंगी। Therefore, when people ask me, attachment is love, is it love? There are lots of people who ask me, I'm attached to this person, I'm attached to this person. I feel, यार ये क्या अटैचमेंट है? इसको तो अटैचमेंट कहते नहीं है. So now let us understand that and try to understand. You should not think over it, but you need to understand. You need to give a logical thinking to it. कभी आपने देखा है two people physically attached like this? If two people are physically attached, now they have to move like this, they have to move like this, they cannot be separated. Is it good? Is it good? Anybody can reply. Anybody can reply. There's no yes or no. No. So, whatever you feel like, you can say. If two people are attached physically, like this, where they cannot move, they cannot sit, they have to be attached all together, what will happen? Jyoti Sharma says no. Disha Pal says no. Okay, so you will not like it. Right. Now, similarly, if I separate them, now this can sit, this can stand, this can do waves, this can do anything. So is it good or bad? Is it good or bad? Now two people are separated, physically separated, and they can do things. Is it good or bad? Disha, Jyoti, or anybody. They get the freedom. So now, take another example. In a family, say 5 people are very much attached, और उनमें से एक जना कुएं में छलांग लगाता है, बाकी चारों भी कुएं में छलांग लगा देते हैं, तो ये कैसा लव है भाई? अब मैं कहता हूँ, एक और फैमिली है, they are attached but at the same time they are detached. Now उनमें से एक जना कुएं में छलांग लगाता है, तो बाकी जो 4 हैं वो क्या करेंगे? वो तो सेपरेटेड हैं. So they will try to save the person who has fallen into that well. So what you need to understand, detachment is nothing to do with love. Attachment is nothing to do with love. It is all internal. And you can only love another person when you love yourself. अगर मैं अपने आप से ही प्यार नहीं कर सकता तो मैं दूसरे को क्या प्यार दूंगा? If I can empathize with myself, how can empathize others. Second, you know, in order to maintain a good relationship, or rather a successful relationship, what are the ingredients required? You know, ingredients are the most important thing or the foundation of any relationship. What is that? And we all crave for it. Number one, we all crave for it. The first thing in any relationship, कोई भी relationship, मैं कोई नाम नहीं देना चाहता, लेकिन the first thing which comes to relation is respect. अगर आप respect नहीं कर सकते, अगर respect नहीं दे सकते, then how do you believe that you should also get respect from the other person? So for any relationship, the first and the foremost thing is foundation of respect. Whether it is a human being, whether it is not even a human being, an animal, they all deserve respect. Second, the second most important foundation is you need to make the other person feel important. उसको आप कोई सम्मान की तरह ट्रीट नहीं कर सकते, उसको आपको उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंस देना होगा जितना इम्पोर्टेंस आप अपने आप को देते हैं. If you cannot make the other person feel important, then why the other person will like to respect you or will like to give you that kind of a respect? So the foundation is very clear for any relationship is to respect and at the same time make the other person feel what is happening nowadays. Disha, I'll come to question. Let me just finish this, and I'll definitely come to we. I'll if you can rephrase your question for a short. And in COVID times, now everybody is understanding the meaning of relationship, because abhi tak everybody was going and working outside, whether it's a nuclear family, whether it is a joint family. So now they're understanding the essence of a joint family. They're also understanding the essence of a nuclear family, where both husband and wife are working. Both husband and wife has to work at the same premise, 24/7, seeing each other and can't see anybody else. Now they're understanding the value of their relationship. दोनों को ही दूसरे को एक दूसरे को importance देनी पड़ेगी. Then only things will work out. Second and the third most thing, we normally try to impose our opinions, our likes, our dislikes. We should not. Like, for example, I like flowers. You might not like flowers. I like to eat non-veg. You might not like to eat non-veg. So when you go to a restaurant, it doesn't matter that you can both eat veg, or you may order two separate dishes. That's what needs to be engraved in a relationship. So, which is why I say that in any relationship, the foundation is very important. Disha Pal, your question is, if I have understood correctly, how is it possible to love yourself when you feel your own people love you? Uh, Disha, it's not like this. What you need to understand is very simple. If I, as a human being, cannot love myself as a person the way I am, then how can I love the other person? If I cannot empathize, how would I know that how to work on with that person? So it is again your understanding with other person. You might think that the other person doesn't love you, but have you ever asked why? We forget. Wait, sorry. She's asking how. Asking is causing you love yourself, knowing that your close ones don't respect, understand your love. Okay, no. See, it is possible. It is highly possible that you need to love yourself, even if the others don't love you, because there is a one valid reason that why you have got a birth as a human being, not as somebody else. So there is a plan. There's a plan by whom? The plan is created by the God. Now, if you just see this, did anybody of us thought about a crisis like Corona? I heard Corona beer, but I never thought that Corona will affect as a virus. So, did we ever thought about it? Did we ever imagine about it? So that means there is somebody who knows that what is going to happen, what will happen, and how will it get controlled. Jyoti Brahmachari, you say how to maintain a good relationship. Jyoti, I think you must have come late still. For maintaining a good relationship, it is only two things. First, it is we talked about the foundation of giving respect, for making understand in the sense not throwing your own opinions, your own likes and dislikes, giving the importance. You see, you can go and read books, but no book will teach you the practicality. The practicality comes from us. Jyoti, for example, are you married, Jyoti? Jyoti Brahmachari, are you married? I don't know. Jyoti, are you married? Okay, yes. So ज्योति, आज क्या करना आप? अगर आपके हस्बैंड घर पे ही हैं, अब आई थिंक घर पे ही होंगे, कहीं जा नहीं पाएंगे, लॉकडाउन का सवाल है, तो आज एक डिश आप उनके मनपसंद का बनाएं और देखें, कुछ नहीं है, आप आज उनके लिए ऐसा व्यंजन बनाएं जो वो खा के तृप्त हो जाए, and don't expect anything out of it. You will see yourself that very next moment he will do something else, but don't expect. You will come to know that how this relationship I never thought of. लेकिन जहाँ पे एक्सपेक्टेशन रहती है, मैंने तो ये किया, आपने तो मेरे लिए कुछ नहीं किया, मैंने तो 2 पकवान बनाए, आपने तो 1 पकवान तक नहीं बनाया मेरे लिए. I normally give talks on pakwans because I love food. So, I don't. So don't expect. Although we are all human beings, we have that tendency of expectations. But no, you know, don't expect, because life teaches you many things. You know, I just remember one stanza, and stanza of none other than our beloved actor who just, I won't even say recently, but yesterday he died. And he said, before the release of his latest movie, when you know life gives you lemonade, lemons, you need to make it as a lemonade. अब हमारे ऊपर है कि वो नींबू को हम कैसे निचोड़े कि या ना निचोड़े. Staying positive mantra. You know, if we can stay positive, then nothing can beat you. You know, I don't think that you guys would. I'm giving you a factual story. You know, uh, you all can Google my name. Uh, before becoming a life coach, I never thought that I would become a life coach, and I was a very good, having a very good, different kind of, altogether different life, different. But something happened, so which you can study through Google. I've stayed 90 days on ventilator. So you can imagine if I can stay 90 days on ventilator and still be so much of a positive. Coming out of 90 days from ventilator after having a transplant and still positive is something can drive you all the way. But if you lose that, then nothing can. So you need to have first and the foremost important thing is to have faith. अब वो faith पे है, क्यों है, इसका कोई आंसर नहीं होता. ये फेथ अंदर से आता है, कोई ला नहीं दे सकता. Similarly, if you have faith of doing things in a corrective way, when I say corrective way, means patiently and not disturbing somebody, not hampering somebody, then only you can succeed in life. But जहाँ पे द्वेष आ जाता है, वहीं पे सब कलेश की शुरुआत होती है. And all these things comes from us, not from the opposite side. It is I who take it like that. That दूसरे ने मेरे साथ ऐसा किया, तो मैं भी यही करूँगा. That thinking is wrong. Any other questions anybody has? Any other questions? So, uh, And you know, another thing what I would like to say is very simple. Don't give a name to a relationship. वो तो हमें पता है ना कि रिलेशनशिप है क्या. हमें सिर्फ ये देखना है कि हम उसमें किस तरह से उसको नर्चर कर सकते हैं. यू नो हाउ डू वी नर्चर. नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर हम घर में एक पौधा भी, एक सीड को गमले में रख के उसमें अगर पानी ढंग से ना दे, खाद ढंग से ना दे, तो क्या वो एक पौधे के रूप में उभर पाएगा? नहीं, मुरझा जाएगा. Similarly, any relationship is also like a seed. How we plant that seed, how we nurture that seed, how much water needs to be given. All these things are being done by us. Similarly, अगर ज़्यादा मिठास हो जाए रिलेशनशिप में तो वो भी गलत है. अगर ज़्यादा पौधे में पानी डाल दिया तो वो भी गलत है. So these are kind of, so you know what you need to do, you need to correlate your thinking with realistic terms. Try to give examples. Try to find out, अच्छा अगर ये मैंने ऐसे किया होता तो इसका क्या परिणाम होता. So that's what nurturing. It is the nurturing. It is not whether we pray anybody, but if I nurture it well, whatever, things will be smooth. बट हम क्या करते हैं, हम नर्चर करना भूल जाते हैं. हम कहते हैं रिलेशनशिप मतलब केयरिंग है. अगर मैं केयर कर सकता हूँ तो दूसरा क्यों नहीं केयर कर सकता? ये सोचना ही गलत है. केयरिंग आपकी क्षमता है. अंडरस्टैंड, केयरिंग आपका नेचर है. अब दूसरे का नेचर केयरिंग नहीं है तो आप कैसे उसको चेंज करवा सकते हैं? तो उसका नेचर कुछ और हो सकता है. So that's why it is very important. We say try to change the earth. No. Then we say let us try to change ourselves. You know, ये change जो word ये उससे दिक्कत देता है क्योंकि हम चेंज करना नहीं चाहते. और हम चेंज कब करते हैं? जब हालात हमें मजबूर कर देते हैं चेंज करने के लिए. उससे पहले कोई भी चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. परिस्थितियां ही हमें चेंज कराती हैं. आज कोरोना वायरस की वजह से everything has changed. Do you agree or not? Do you agree, guys, or not? Has the relationship has really changed what was earlier and what is today? क्या कभी किसी ने सोचा था कि I being CEO of an organization have to do household work? नहीं. Everybody thought मेरा काम क्या है. अब एक और चीज इंटरेस्टिंग है. एक और चीज इंटरेस्टिंग है. इंटरेस्टिंग क्या है? जैसे ही ये कोरोना वायरस खत्म होगा things will again change. And things will change for what? It will change like I don't know whether you guys play Temple Run or not. Have you ever played Temple Run? अगर नहीं खेला है ना तो आज ही अपने मोबाइल में try to install this game. Wonderful game. इसमें क्या करना होता है? इस गेम में सिर्फ एक चीज करना होता है. वो क्या है? You have to chase the coins. If you do not chase the coins, देन वो मगरमच्छ या जो भी जानवर है वो आपको खा लेगा. So now, after the effect of this coronavirus, where we have understood that that we can still survive with limited resources, but once this coronavirus goes back, we'll forget it. We'll again repeat the same mistake of chasing that money. हम फिर से उसी भार में चल जाएंगे, उसी दौर में चले जाएंगे जहाँ पे हमें फिर भागना पड़ेगा. We'll again forget. But that is what the mental stage is all about. आप इसको कितना दृढ़ संकल्प से पढ़ सकते हैं. Disha Pal, your question is it important to name a relationship to make it strong? No, why? No, I don't understand. Why do you need to give a name to make it strong? It doesn't. Now, for example, if at all I love God or I love somebody, do I need to name it? It is within me. It is within that person. Now, another question which comes is that how to deal with restrictions that come into play because of insecurities. Insecurities हैं क्या? Insecurities किसने पैदा की और सिक्योरिटीज भी किसने पैदा की? हम सवाल पूछने से पहले ही हमें सवाल का जवाब आता है, पर हम जवाब की तलाश नहीं करते हैं. अगर इनसिक्योरिटी वर्ड में से आप IN को हटा दें तो इट इज सिक्योरिटी. वी थिंक दैट मैं तो इनसिक्योर हूँ. आज के टाइम में जो सिचुएशन है, am I insecure? Everybody is insecure, but within that insecurity everybody is secure. Why they are secure? Because they are staying safe at home. Okay, sir, then why do people get married if it is not important to name a relationship? Harsh, it's like this. अब क्या करें? ये जो सोसाइटी है ना, इस सोसाइटी में रहने के लिए कुछ नाम दिए गए हैं, एंड इस नाम को रखे रखने के लिए we have to, but that doesn't mean it has a sanctity. Now, for example, when you are married, so it is given a relationship of husband and wife. Now, when you give a birth to a child, you become a parent. So a relationship has been tagged as parent. But why do I need to tag it as a parent? I can also tag it in a different way. That yes, being a parent, I'm a friend. The tagging has created the major problem. For example, I say that I see different names in this world, and that creates a major problem because that nobody understands that within us it is not me, it is a soul. जिस दिन हम इस चीज को जान पाएंगे, समझ पाएंगे कि it's a physical body but the soul is something different. आज मेरे शरीर में है, कल किसी और के शरीर में होगा, और ये हम चीज भूल जाते हैं. And that's why we have this ego that I have done this, I have this. आज मेरे पास गाड़ी है, आज मेरे पास बंगला है. We all forget. आज है, कल क्या होगा? I talk very practically, and when I say practical, it's very simple. आप लोगों ने खुद देखा है कि इस समय 2 एक्टर्स की मृत्यु हो गई, नामचीन एक्टरों की मृत्यु हुई, ऋषि कपूर, इरफान खान. नाउ आस्क योरसेल्फ, उनकी क्या गलती थी कि उनको इस समय जाना पड़ा? मतलब मेरे कहने का मतलब है, rest, their soul should rest in peace. बट ऐसे इंसान जो आर्ट के क्षेत्र में, सिनेमा के क्षेत्र में, सिर्फ हमारे देश के लिए नहीं, पूरी दुनिया में जाने जाते हैं, पर आखिरी टाइम में they had been nobody who can see and wish them. So everything stays here. हम सिर्फ भागते हैं, लेकिन हम जिस दिन पहचान जाएंगे उसी दिन इस ट्रू वैल्यू का एसेंस निकलेगा. So that's why it is very important. Just give respect and we'll earn the respect similarly. Huh. There could be debate. The debates are normally like this, very simple. ये मेरे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों होता है? So if you Google, you'll get lots of answers to this. So some people say it because of karma. अब कर्मा किसने देखा है? People might say, what is karma? कर्मा तो किसी ने देखा नहीं है. अब मैं आपसे सवाल पूछता हूँ कि विश्वजीत हो या दिशा हो या हर्षित हो, कि एक हफ्ते पहले आपने कौन सा शर्ट या कौन सी कमीज पहनी थी? आपको याद रहेगा? या एक दिन पहले आपने क्या खाना खाया था? क्या आपको याद रहेगा? मुझे नहीं रहता. So what falls in my previous karmas. Do I remember? No, I don't remember. I might have done good karmas. I might have done a bad karma. But at present, I need to those karmas which can yield or give results in another years of time. So, giving respect, understanding things, these are all karmas, your own karams. Believe everybody must have enjoyed and liked the session. And if at all anybody wants to, connect with me for question, to come out with, their solutions to their tips, they can, get in touch with which is multi services website or to the Facebook page, can pass on questions, or I can give you my number. My number is 98106 30613. And I would be very happy to help you out if you guys have any problem, whether it is related to your own relationship, any relationship, or is it related to career, your children, and, I'll be very happy that if I can change somebody, knowing that I've got birth for a specific reason, and that specific reason is to inspire people. And anybody who can get inspired, I'll be the happiest lot. Thank you. So I think the time has also, I think it's been, yeah. So the time is also finishing up. We had a 1 hour slot. There would be next seminar, next session that on careers, and then how to choose colleges. Then we'll also come up on topics like sensitive topics, on like extramarital affairs, on topics like live-in relationship, and we'll discuss all this thing. Thank you for listening to me, and wish you all the best in such a situation. But yes, everybody has to come out positive in it. That's what I can pray. और बताइए, कुछ कोई सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं, so you can ask me. Please feel free to ask. I can put down my any questions anybody has. Or okay, thank you. So I'm saying bye to all. Have a nice day. Tata. See you.